It's important that you be extra gentle with yourself these days as we approach that Mercury retrograde that is happening at the end of the month. Give yourself more pats on the back for effort that you are making, because what we are going to be doing in this Mercury retrograde and what we are already seeing, because as some like to say we're in the pre-shadow, but really what this is from our perspective, we're seeing Mercury in an area of the zodiac that we are going to see it again after Mercury turns retrograde, and then again after Mercury turns direct. And so yes, Mercury is not actually going backwards, it just looks like it is from our perspective because of our orbit and Mercury's orbit and all of the wonderful things. So what I really wanted to touch on is why we need to have a little bit more grace with ourselves, a little bit more like, good job, you did wonderful. It's because when we think about Mercury retrograde, the first pass, that first connection that we have with those degrees that Mercury is going through, which Mercury is going to go retrograde in Capricorn, are kind of like we're walking in the dark. And the way I look at Capricorn and Mercury in Capricorn is we're really trying to establish this plan, this blueprint, this foundation. Because if we want to have something long lasting, which is like Taurus, we need to start from that Capricorn foundation. And why I bring up Taurus is because this Mercury retrograde is going to be interacting with Uranus and the North Node 3 times. And so it's important that we recognize this foundation that we are establishing, being more practical with our words. All of these things that we are doing are not just one-time, one-off sort of things. It's really about breaking through habits by establishing new habits, new foundations, new norms. And so that's why we have to be a little bit more gentle with ourselves right now and give ourselves an A for effort, especially in this first pass of this Mercury retrograde. Because like I said, the first pass of Mercury retrograde is like we're walking in the dark. We have no idea where we're going, but we have this trajectory, we have this blueprint, we have this map in front of us, and we're using a candlelight to really see what's going on. And maybe that candlelight, we miss some things, right? And so be gentle in that area of your life that you're really trying to establish a new foundation for you to grow from. Give yourself an A for effort for even trying, okay? And make sure you do try. Don't have fear of failure by just seeing what happens when you just try to put that new foundation down. And if you fall and you fall back into your bad habits, those things that you're trying to really fix and adjust, those Taurus-like things that are just so habitual, if you fall and that foundation that you thought was sturdy, that you thought was going to support you to change those habits doesn't work for you, just be gentle, but maybe just put it in the forefront of your mind to know that you are making big changes to these habits, these traditions, these rituals that you have. And this foundation that you are creating is going to help you do that. And so Mercury in Capricorn is all about practicality. What needs to be done? What are the things along the way in your map that need to be put in place? Because we also need to recognize is that Capricorn, it is about the foundation, but it's not the end product. Things are going to change along the way. And that's why this Mercury retrograde in Capricorn can be a little bit more tricky, because we're just like, all right, here's the blueprint. This is where we need to go. But with this Mercury retrograde, we might find that, oh crap, that plan did not work. That thing that I thought was stable, that was going to help me break these traditions, these habits, is not actually working. I need to readjust that plan. I need to readjust my practical mind and maybe think more grounded, because we also have in this retrograde Mercury interacting with Neptune. And as we all know, Mercury and Neptune can kind of give us a big imagination, and we can get lost in the fog if we're not practical. So really what I encourage you all to do right now is, first and foremost, if you're making an effort and you are actually sticking to your plan to really change those habits, to re-implement new norms, new structures in your life, good for you. Keep going. You're doing great. And if you fall down and if you find out that your plan doesn't work, it's okay to reestablish the plan, the direction, the motive, the dream. So as I said, Mercury goes retrograde at the end of the month. So now until then, just allow yourself to be in this state of experimentation. What can you do to give yourself a better structure? What things can you adjust that can help you break down those habits and traditions that have become so norm in your life? Okay, because at the end of the month, and when I say end of the month, I mean before the new year, so like December 29th is when Mercury stations. And so up until now, just be gentle with yourself, enjoy the process, really put together what is it that you want your end result to be, and just work with the map along the way. Because then once Mercury goes retrograde at the end of the month, then you're going to readjust. You're going to look and you're going to say, this did not work. I really need to readjust this area of my life, give myself a better foundation to work from. And maybe you don't even want to put anything solid there. Maybe you just want to put like a paper doll, maybe just like a little squiggle. This needs to change. Because then once Mercury goes direct in January, then you're really going to want to be more practical and lay down that foundation that you actually want to grow from and break into that sort of Taurus area of your life. And so, like I said, be gentle with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back if you're doing the work, and you'll do just fine. My name is Kaiva Rose, and if you'd like a personal reading, you can contact me at 11kaivarose33.com. If you'd like to stay connected and stay tuned for more videos like this, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you'd like to become a patron and support my work and get early access to these videos, you can go to patreon.com/Kaiva Rose. And other than that, I wish you all a wonderful day.